we simulated prompts across complex buyer journeys in loads of different categories. The idea was to try and, one of the hypotheses that I had was that one of the errors that we make at the moment is we treat each prompt as an isolated event. What we found is that over the course of that journey, from awareness through consideration to conversion, a few things changed. So the behavior of the models in terms of how they create their answer changes a lot. In awareness and consideration, we very rarely saw retrieval invoked. So it's working mostly from its internal knowledge, right? So me answering off the cuff instead of going and looking it up produces much worse answers, but that's the medium we're in. Very rarely invoke retrieval. Brand mentions were rare, but did happen. Brand citations never happened, right? They never linked off to a page. As we got to conversion, then brands were starting to be cited a reasonable amount. Mentions and retrieval were all pretty common. What we also noticed, though, which was particularly interesting, and that's all quite known, particularly interesting, though, was the language completely changes. So as we go from awareness through to conversion, the language goes from exploratory, comparing options, comparing trade-offs, to much more decision oriented. And what we realized is there's a big danger that brands can have, which is you track both through prompts, bottom of funnel prompts, and you get back decision oriented language that is just, it's recommending things.
Yeah.
You think that's because it really likes you. It's not. It might really like you, but that's not why. It's doing it because of what we call intent matching. So it matches the intent of the user. So the AI is smart. The user's query was they wanted you to help them make a decision. So it helped them make a decision.
Yeah.
So what you want to measure is like a cross-reference of top, middle, bottom of funnel, adjust for the likelihood of, or the natural positivity that AI has at that stage, and then understand, okay, how is it talking to you relative to that? So that was one of the big takeaways that we had, as well as just the fact that citations in B2B journeys, 16% of prompts that we ran across them produced a citation. So it's a really bad kind of North Star metric. It is a useful thing to track, but if that's your headline goal, then you're building your whole case around 16% of AI's impact. And that's underselling what you're doing. And it's also going to miss a big chunk of the opportunity.